ask you something? Have you ever been in a relationship where deep down, you know the person loved you, but you just couldn't feel it? Not because they were cruel, not because they were unfaithful, not because they didn't care. I think this is one of the most misunderstood problems in a relationship. We spend so much time asking, do they love me? That we rarely stop to ask, do they know how to show love in the way I understand? Now, I've learned something the hard way. The hardest thing to accept is that someone can genuinely love you and still leave you feeling unloved. Not everybody grows up in a home where emotions are spoken out loud. Some people never heard the words, I love you. Some were never hugged. Some were taught that showing emotion was weakness. Some people were never shown affection growing up. They learned that working hard, paying the bills, buying presents, or fixing problems was how you showed love. So when somebody asked them for a hug, a conversation, or simply to say, I love you, they almost don't know where to start. Not because they don't care, but because nobody ever taught them how. To them, that is love. The problem is you're someone who needs affection, reassurance, words of encouragement, or simply to be held after a hard day. Those two words can collide. One person is saying, look at everything I do for you. The other is saying, I just need you to tell me you love me. Neither person is necessarily wrong. They're just speaking different emotional languages. I know how easy it is to sit there and think, if they loved me, I'd know it. Maybe. But maybe they're loving you with the only tools they were ever given. That doesn't mean your needs don't matter. Absolutely they do. You deserve to feel loved. But before you convince yourself that your partner doesn't care, ask yourself one honest question. Have you actually ever told them what love looks like to you? Not hinted, not expected them to read your mind. Actually told them, because mind reading has probably ended more relationships than bad intentions ever have. The older I get, the more I realize that relationships aren't about finding someone who exactly like you. They're about two imperfect people who are actually willing to learn each other. Sometimes that means learning how to say, I love you. Sometimes it means learning how to listen. Sometimes it just means stepping outside your own comfort zone because the person beside you needs something different than you do. Love isn't always loud. Love is sometimes awkward. Sometimes it's clumsy. Sometimes it's hidden behind responsibility, fear, pride, or just years of emotional walls. But if the willingness is there, if both people are prepared to grow, then maybe what feels broken today isn't broken at all. Maybe it's just waiting for two people to finally understand each other. And if this message spoke to you, remember this, a huge percentage of people who are watching these videos aren't subscribed. So if Lone Wolf Motivation is helping you think directly or differently, I'd be honored if you join this community. So leave a comment. I read every single one and I will give you a reply. So I'm going to leave you with this. Have you ever loved someone but struggled to feel love in return? Until next time, stay strong, stay humble, and remember, it's okay to walk alone, but you don't have to carry everything alone. God bless.